Okay, workers' comp denied the treatment request from your treating doctor. You're an injured worker in California, you don't have an attorney, you went to the doctor and the doctor said, you need back surgery, we need a fusion at L4, L5. Doctor sent in that request for authorization, workers' comp said no. Utilization review denied authorization. They said it's not medically necessary. Maybe they think you need more conservative treatment. Maybe they think you need a discectomy instead of a fusion. Lord knows. Whatever reason, utilization review denied it. You filed an appeal through Maximus. You're on the ball. You watched my other videos. You filed your appeal through Maximus, contending that the treatment was medically necessary and that the UR decision was wrong. Unfortunately, Maximus upheld the denial. So now that denial, you already know it stands for 12 months from the time that utilization review denied that treatment request. So it's out there for a year. What in the world do you do now to get around that denial? Well, generally 3 options are the ones that I've seen the most frequently. Option number 1, you can wait a whole entire year. If it's not desperate, so let's say you were kind of waffling, you kind of want surgery, but you're not really sure. You'd kind of hope that you might get better. Maybe you're going to try some more physical therapy. You're willing to wait a year and see how you're feeling at that point. And if you're not feeling better, the doctor can request authorization. At that point, it has to go through UR again. That's option number 1. You can wait for a year. The UR denial will basically expire, and the treating doctor can send in a brand new request. It's like a brand new bite at the apple. Option number 2, you can go back to your treating doctor and the treating doctor can send in a new RFA for the same treatment request, but the treating doctor is going to have to identify a change in the circumstances, some change in your condition. So let's say the treating doctor wanted to do a fusion at L4, L5. Workers' comp UR said no. Authorization is denied. There's no radiculopathy. There's no instability. There's no medical necessity for the surgery at this point. Let's say 4 months go by. You go back to your surgeon and you say, I'm in horrible shape now. My whole left leg is numb. I have foot drop. It's hard for me to walk. The doctor gets new x-rays, new MRI. There's change in your condition. So now there's more herniation, more impingement. Maybe there's now more radiculopathy. It's confirmed on nerve conduction testing. There's an objective change in your condition. In that case, the treating doctor can send in a new RFA for the same treatment. And as long as the doctor outlines that change in circumstances, the change in your condition, it has to go through UR anew because there's enough of a change. It's not really the same fact pattern. That's the second option to try to get around that denial. So you could wait a year. You can have your doctor outline a change in condition. The third option is to go to a new doctor. The way that workers' comp works, anytime a request comes in from a treating doctor, it needs to go to utilization review. So if you've gone and seen Dr. Jones wants you to have surgery, but the RFA from Dr. Jones is denied, workers' comp can rely on that denial for that request to that doctor. So if you go get a second opinion, thanks Dr. Jones, I loved seeing you, I wish I could have had the surgery, but workers' comp denied it, I'm going to get a second opinion. Now you go see Dr. Smith. Dr. Smith says, I completely agree with Dr. Jones, you need exactly the same surgery, I'm going to request authorization for it too. That's a new treating doctor, that's a new request. Workers' comp, they can't rely on that denial that issued to Dr. Jones because this is a new doctor. So it has to go through UR all brand new. And you think to yourself, workers' comp already denied it the first time. Aren't they going to deny it the second time? It's tough to say. Workers' comp denies a lot of things, but each doctor writes reports differently. The doctor is going to outline perhaps differently your subjective complaints, the objective findings, the doctor's assessment, exactly what the plan is. And that request for authorization might get through UR because the doctor might spell things out more clearly or a little bit differently so that UR sees it with a new light. Those are generally the 3 ways to get around a UR denial. You can wait for a year, you can have a doctor outline a change in circumstances, or go to a brand new doctor. Those are about your three main options. It may not sound promising, but you're not completely without options. You do have those three. If you have other questions, you can always call the INA officer at your local WCAB office or talk to a local attorney for a consultation. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button down below. And if you have a question on the content, feel free to drop a comment below as well.